built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Bond, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running, toes they gon' take them. Used to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah, no time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah, refuse to lose, I'm built to win.
Turn me up, 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 up.
What's going on, everybody? We are finally here for the R2L and the Sports Special Dog House and Dog of the Year. Finally got here. As you see, I got a new background specifically for this episode. I guess it kind of blends in with everything else that I got going on. But glad you all are here. I'm excited to get started about the show. I got some guests coming on. I have one guest already in the studio. I think it's going to be a funny episode because we got some people getting put in the doghouse from the R2L family, and we got the people here to explain why they put them in the doghouse. So I think it's going to be great. It may even get fiery. Who knows how it happens? But hey, anything goes in Dave's doghouse as long as we keep it clean. No cursing. Y'all know I haven't done that on the show. I don't want that happening on my show either. So, but like I said, it's time to get started. Yeah. I literally just changed it. So, I thought about putting something new up there and boom, first thing came to my mind. So, yeah, man, let's go ahead and get everything going. Oh, we got the other guest in the studio now too. Let's get it. My God. All right, man. Like I said, I'm excited about today's episode. It's going to be great. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm actually going to do the sports first. So make sure you tune into that. Right now, I'm only live on YouTube right now. So if you're on YouTube, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and tune into all the other shows in the R2L network as well, because all the shows are great. All the shows are great, and some of them will be highlighted in today's show. So make sure that you tune into it. But like I said, let's go ahead and get started. So first, we're doing the Dog House of the Year. And since I have one of the guests in, I know I was going to bring him in for the R2L, but I feel like he belongs in this one as well. He's known for the Philly faithful. He's a diehard Eagles fan. I gotta bring my boy up. This is the first time he's been on Dave's Doghouse, whether it was on the regular R2L show or transition to this show. So let's bring him up. My guy Kevo. What's going on, Kevo?
What's going on, man?
How you doing, sir?
Just glad. We appreciate you to be. Definitely, man. You been doing your thing. Just came, show some support, show some love. Let's get this thing going.
Hey, I appreciate it. I feel like my first Doghouse inductee, you pretty much can figure out why this guy's going to the doghouse. I'm not sure if you saw all my videos, but we're gonna go ahead and bring him up. Dak Prescott.
Dang.
Dak Prescott was voted as one of the guys who belongs in the Dog House of the Year. As an Eagles fan, how do you feel about Dak being in there?
I mean, it's crazy. It's kind of like me being an Eagles fan. I have no sympathy for the guy being in there, but out of all respect to the sport, I mean, Dak had like an MVP type year, so like it's like for him to be in there, it's like dang. But looking at the full resume and looking at the amount of pressure that he got up under him and the position that his team was in, for him to make something happen, he was in the spotlight and he ain't show up.
There you go.
It's too late. You can't wait till it's too late, man. Come on now. You wait till the money done roll down the street. Now you want to chase it. Next thing you know, it's down the sewer.
There you go. There you go. That's absolutely why he's in the doghouse. It's funny because your fellow Eagle fan is the reason why he's in here. AJ said, yeah, he got to be in there because he got all the way there, got us all hyped up, put up these MVP numbers, and then it got to the playoff time where you got home field advantage, where you haven't lost at home all season long, and you get blown out by the Green Bay Packers. So he felt that he should be in there because, people had this hope that maybe this was the year everything was going to change for Dak. Nope, he went right back to the same old Dak.
Yeah, now you're looking at it now, and they losing a lot of their staff and stuff like that. You don't know what it's going to be next year. He still got his play caller, but that's about it. It's going to be a whole lot of changes.
Exactly. You think you would hope everything is supposed to, get better, but it seems like it ain't nothing changing for him. So
yeah, it's on the downward trend. I mean, they got this much light left in that tunnel. That much light left. So I mean, Dak is he just trying to rob the bank right now. That's what he's trying to do.
Hey, I think he did, but who knows? He's up for another contract. We don't know if he's gonna get it or not, but he's up for another contract.
Hey, Dak, man, I had to apologize for the slander I put on him earlier in his career. I used to call him Dinkin' Dak, and he wasn't Dinkin' Dak no more. I was like, just can't get over the mountaintop, man. What's going on?
Well, I guess he just Dak and miss. So that's where he goes. Well, Dak Prescott, you weren't in the doghouse almost all year. I don't believe. I think you were put in there at all, but you are now. So you get the call that everybody else gets. Welcome to the doghouse, my guy. You in the doghouse?
Let him outside. Put him out back in the mud.
Yeah. He gonna be in there for a little while. He might get some Dallas streets, but that's about it. Yeah, anything outside of Dallas, I don't think he deserves. All right, Kevin, I appreciate you, my guy. I'm gonna bring you up when we have the other session. All right.
All right, cool.
All right, man. It's a lot. It's a lot for the first one to finally to go in there. Now we got to bring up all the other ones that I got to talk about soon. And then when I bring up the one after this one, my other guest is going to come on because this is somebody that he chose should be in there. So next is Wander Franco. I'm not sure if anyone is familiar with what goes on in baseball, but Wander Franco right now is dealing with the case about messing with an underage child. This is by far the most serious case of someone being in the doghouse for the year because this was something that was talked about before with Josh Giddey in the NBA, but we found out that he was 19 at the time, and there were some things that came out, so he's fine. He did nothing wrong. But this guy knowingly, was messing around with an underage girl. The girl, I believe the girl was maybe 14 or something like that. And he decided to do that. And now he's dealing with some legal issues. And there's no way I wasn't going to put him in here. I don't believe I put him in the regular doghouse, but he belongs in here now. I believe he belongs in your done son, honestly. But we're here right now. So Wander Franco, I don't need to do too much explanation on what you're doing right now, but you definitely get this call. Welcome to the doghouse. Well, not welcome, but you're here because I don't think you should be welcome anywhere except for the jail. But you're in the doghouse. My guy, you in the doghouse. All right. And like I said before I start the next one, let me bring up my other guest on the show, Mr. in the red corner himself, Ty. What's going on, Ty? How you doing today, sir?
What's up, man? I'm good, man. What's up?
If you guys remember, Ty is the very first guest of the new Dave's Doghouse, and he's back again. He has um, a special inductee that he wants to put in the doghouse, and I think it just makes a lot of sense that I allow him to talk about this organization being in the doghouse because it just makes a lot of sense. So, Ty, as I bring them up, I want you to go ahead and explain why you want them in the doghouse for the year. And we're talking about the Milwaukee Bucks organization. So, Ty, the floor is yours.
Okay, well, there's a lot of reasons why they're in the doghouse this year. Well, one reason is they lost to my team 4-1. They supposed to be a top 3 team. That happened. Then they fired their coach after they were number 2. And then after they fired the coach, what happened to them? They've been dropping down ever since. And they got their coach out there making excuses, talking about, oh, the air up there, we flew from there to here. You know, if people look at our schedule, they don't know how they got schedule like this, make all the excuses in the world. When we already knew when they got them what was gonna happen. They're gonna make it to the playoffs, of course. But then they're gonna do like what he always does when he gets to the playoffs. They're gonna lose. So
that's facts. That's facts.
Yeah, so that's why they're in the doghouse.
Well, Bucks organization, I definitely feel like you made a stupid move to fire the head coach after you were 30-13, second in the East, and you hire someone who's not known for winning championships. He won one championship with the Boston Celtics because he had Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce. Along with Rajon Rondo, Big Baby Davis, I could name Kendrick Perkins, I could name all the players that was there. But he hasn't won anything since then. Some people may say he's very overrated as a coach. And he's known for giving up 3-1 leads. It's happened. It happened with the Clippers. It happened with the Orlando Magic when he was there, when he had Tracy McGrady. And it happened recently with the Philadelphia 76ers. So, Bucks organization, I feel like you're just making some of the most idiotic moves. And first, you didn't even want, I think the coach that you didn't want, Nick Nurse, is with the 76ers, team is actually playing well. It's just that their best player is out for about 4 weeks. But you see Tyrese Maxey is having a breakout season. And then Joel Embiid was having another MVP-like season before he got hurt. And the 76ers are one of the best teams in the East. And the thing is, you decided to hire this guy because you didn't want Nick Nurse, but then all of a sudden you fired the guy for Doc Rivers. So I think this makes Ty proud to be able to have someone that he nominated in the Doghouse of the Year. So Milwaukee Bucks organization, you're in the doghouse. My guy, you're in the doghouse. All right. Yeah, it does. I gotta bring this comment up. Yeah, Ty, it does. I mean, Teddy, it does. It does look like I'm in the doghouse. It does. It does, but it's my show, so my face has to be somewhere there. So I'm guarding the doghouse. I'm making sure they don't come out. That's all it is. All right, Ty, I'm gonna bring you up when I get to the next section.
All right.
Stay tuned, my guy.
All right.
Man. It's a lot going on today. So, I did the wrong one. Look, I'm having my own technical difficulties. But that's what we have so far. Yeah, J-Mo, I'm guarding the doghouse, making sure they don't do nothing stupid. Now, if only Tomo was here, this would make this one so much better. But I'm going to just go ahead and do it myself because no one else is here to represent Dallas Nation. Stephen Jones, Jerry Jones's son. This is something that you guys just happen to do a little too often. You stick with the guys you got. I believe you had an opportunity to get, what was it, Calvin Johnson at one point for a trade, and you didn't even know who he was. Somebody in the comments correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe, Stephen Jones just didn't know exactly who the player was, and he just hung up on him. So Stephen Jones, I mean, you had enough to improve this roster. I mean, you have Micah Parsons. You did go and sign Stephon Gilmore. It's unfortunate that Trayvon Diggs got hurt, but the defensive line is not exactly what you needed to be. You got these offensive weapons. It seems like you always have Super Bowl caliber talent, but you guys just can't get past the second round. This year, you couldn't even get out the first round. And you're the one that's pretty much in charge of everything. I mean, Jerry is, the face. We know Jerry is the face of everything, but you're the one that's making all the draft choices, the trades, and everything. So Stephen Jones, you got to do a better job. I honestly wouldn't care if you do a better job because I'm a Niners fan. My team is in Super Bowl. Your team isn't. So, I would more so hope that you continue to do what you're doing so the Cowboys can still be trash. Well, not trash, but still lose when it matters most. So Stephen Jones, you are the fourth candidate for Doghouse of the Year. So you get the call. Welcome to the Doghouse, Stephen Jones. My guy, you in the Doghouse. All right. Now, I'm actually going to bring up both of my guests for this one because I think they both can agree with the next one that's coming, that's going to be in the Doghouse, because I think this one is going to be actually pretty funny. This team resides in Washington. And yes, we're still talking about football. And I believe my two guests will find this very hilarious. So I'm going to bring them both up before I bring up the next video. The Washington Commanders. I think this was just about maybe one of the easiest candidates for Doghouse of the Year, but it's crazy because it's actually been one of the fans put the Commanders defense in there. So I want the two of you to also explain with me why the Commanders defense are in the Doghouse of the Year. Because if I remember correctly, the person who told me to put them in the Doghouse said that they had the best secondary in the league.
Oh, Jesus.
And that their defense was going to be top 10, top 5, and that his team was going to go all the way to the Super Bowl. So, Kevin, I'm gonna go with you first. You're in this division. So, what's your reasoning for the Commanders defense being in the Doghouse?
Man, that call for the sad music. But I'm gonna start here, right? This goes back to the off season before things we start getting picked up. Get a box of tissue for this one. The sad part is I'm from here, so it's like, I mean, I'm an Eagles fan, but it's like, dang, bro. But it all started to me, bro, with the Del Rio comments, the racial slip comment he made back in the off season. That right there, I knew, like, as a player, you know what I'm saying? Like, your pride is there. You see anything, you're gonna take like orders from this guy. Like, you didn't straight up disrespecting my entire race, my well-being, like, you the utmost disrespect. I can't remember exactly what he said, but I'm pretty sure it's not appropriate for the airways. So it's like, it started there, but it was also, for one, Washington always been like top heavy when it came to their pass rush. Like, we know about the boys in the middle, and we know about they had Sweat and they had Chase Young at one point. Behind them, you have nothing. We all know that the top defensive lines in the league have a rotation. That was the beginning. Strike two. I don't know what this best secondary in the NFL thing came from. Like, come on now. Emmanuel Forbes, I was real high on him last year before he even got drafted. I liked him coming out of college. But you recently took him way too high, for one. Two, you basically just ended the boy's career by putting him one-on-one with A.J. Brown. Man, where does it make sense? You got St. Juice, who's coming off a good year from last year. You got him in the slot. He about 6'3", about 215. You got him playing slot. What does it make sense? And then, you know, Fuller. I mean, Fuller, he's a good football player, but he's a highlight reel. You see him on highlights all the time, so it's like he hit or miss. And then Curl had a down year. And then the other safety, I forgot his name. Is it Wolf? Not Wolf. Is it Wolf? No. I forgot the other safety name.
Can't remember. Honestly.
He's decent, but it's the same safety Mark said was the number 1 rated safety in the NFL or something like nonsense at one point year previous. And then the linebackers always been trash, so it's just like,
dang, always been trash. Dang.
Where did you see this at? Like, you depending on Holcomb? Like, come on now. So it's just like it was just a mixture of things, and just like the strength of your team was gonna be your offense. The hype was around the enemy. Are we just talking about the defense?
Yeah.
Okay, like, all right, give you a pass. But
yeah,
you got two guys. You got your head coach, who's the defensive-minded guy. Then you got Del Rio, who's the former head coach. Who's normally, when you have a former head coach as a defensive coordinator, it normally works out better that way because he has, you know what I'm saying, some history. But the beginning of the broken era of the defense was when Del Rio said that wild stuff in the offseason. That was the end of that. Like, I knew players like then and there. That's the end of that, bro. So, yeah. So, I mean, that's all I can say. I mean, I ain't even had nothing bad to say about Washington before the season started, but the fact that Mark came in here, I'm going to say his name, Mark, arch rival. We haven't been beefing this year because there was nothing to beef about, pause.
Pause, Granddad.
But yeah, like it's. I mean, I don't even hate the Commanders. I just don't like the fans. I grew up not liking the fans. Like I wouldn't even be mad if the Commanders was somewhat successful. I'd rather see them win games than Dallas. Alice, my bad.
See,
but yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna let Ty go. My bad. A little long with it. Pause.
Oh.
I had to say pause again. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Ty. Go ahead, Ty.
Okay, well, I'm surprised I don't see that on there, but if we're only talking defense, okay. Well, first thing, they allowed 40 points against the Bears. The Bears.
I called that too.
The Bears.
That loss, by the way.
And then somebody guaranteed that win. I remember somebody guaranteed that win. They were going to demolish them and all that. But yeah, and also, like you said about Forbes getting burned by everybody. They had to put that dude on the bench. That's supposed to be their future. Now their future don't look too bright right now, but to be honest. So then also another thing, I don't know how many points they allowed throughout the season, but I know it's like they got to be like bottom 29, something like that. Because
I think they were last in the league. And,
yeah, because and then also they traded. I know they did it because they do their own thing and all, but you still don't trade away two of your best players on defense. Because if he went to San Fran, look what he's doing now in San Fran.
Yeah, he's in the Super Bowl.
Other dude got another 6 sacks after he left. So, and they needed those sacks because they were barely sacking anybody. They were getting sacked a lot, but they were barely sacking people. So
pause. I'm sorry. I had to be the pause police at this moment. It's just too many of those S words. I'm sorry. But hey, I mean, look, they explained it better than I could. Commanders, man. I mean, I had you guys going to the playoffs this year, and at least making a wild card. I had you guys going 10-7, but couldn't even get the 7 wins. So
it was time, bro. The ownership change and all that. It was Like I kept saying, I kept writing in the chat every week. Too soon, too early. Calm down. Not this year. You're too hype. Calm down. Rip the Bible up. Don't write the Bible yet.
Hey, look. All I know is, Commanders, you got an opportunity to change that. You got Dan Quinn as your head coach now. You got Cliff Kingsbury as your OC. You got Joe Witt as your defensive coordinator. You got a chance to do that. You got $80 million in cap space. So we'll see what happens. But for now, I don't believe this is your first time, Commanders, being in the doghouse in any shape, form, or fashion. So I think you're used to this call, but you get it again. Welcome to the doghouse. My guy, you in the doghouse.
As long as they don't draft Dak Jr., they should be decent. Just don't draft nothing like Dak.
We'll see. We will see. But guys, thanks again. Now don't go anywhere, guys, because y'all have to be here for the R2L version. I think that one will be a lot more entertaining. So please make sure you stay and don't go anywhere. As you see, I had to bring up some more videos. So now I'm going to talk about the rest of the doghouse and then the dogs of the year in sports. So I'm Ty, since you're here, can you help me with the comments, sir, if you don't mind?
I got you.
All right, appreciate you. I'm gonna go ahead and put you in the studio and then just help me out when you can.
I got you.
All right. Wow, this is getting good already. So now, got to bring up another one. Back in Dallas, Dallas is I don't know what's going on with the Cowboys, man, but y'all got a lot of people going to the doghouse now. And I got okay, is somebody making a guest appearance? My man, hey, just the guy I wanted to see. Just the guy I wanted to see. I got another guest, y'all. Mr. Cowboy himself. Tomo, what's up, my guy?
What's going on, man? What's going on? I don't know if...
Glad you was able to make it. You know, I hope you're feeling better, my guy. I know you're under the weather, but appreciate you for coming on to the show.
Nah, I had to show up, man. You know, I seen you got two Cowboys up here, but you got an Eagles fan sitting over here loving what's going on. I had to show up.
Okay, well, actually, this next one is another Dallas one.
Oh my God.
That was put in by a Commanders fan. And we actually are on the same show as this guy.
Oh, this about to be good.
Micah Parsons.
Come on, man.
Mr. Podcast Man himself. Micah is being put in the doghouse for just talking too much, pretty much. You know, you had all this, you know, say that you know who were the best players in the NFL. You said Dak was the best quarterback in the league. Then you said the defense would be the 2000 Ravens, and none of that came into fruition. And then you went to try and trash the Cleveland Browns, randomly throwing a shot at them, telling them some just Cleveland doing what Cleveland does. Well, you lost in the first round too. You got blown out at home, Micah.
I mean, but it's Cleveland though, Dave. Like,
I get it. It's Dallas. You can say the same thing about Dallas.
And the only thing Micah can lean on is the history of winning. Like, he can't say he did it, but at least the history is there. When you think of Cleveland, their nickname is Mistake by the Lake for a reason. Like,
that's true. That is true. But you know, I don't think he had the. I think his timing was off. I think he should have waited maybe until like next season or waited like before their game, but who knows? But you know, Joe thought that it would be right for him to be in the doghouse just because of, you know, Micah just on his podcast too much. He talked about remember after he saw the F Dallas shirt that George Kittle had put on, he said, you know, see you in the playoffs. You know, I see you when I see you, and he ain't seeing them. He ain't seen them since the regular season, 42-10. So
Well, I don't. Is George Kittle gonna be at the All-Star game? Because I know Mike is supposed to be playing the Celebrity All-Star game. He might see him there, or he might see him on TV. I don't know what he means.
You might. I don't know. But since you have 3 Dallas guys in here, I want to hear your thoughts on the 3 Dallas guys being in the doghouse. Dak, Stephen Jones, and Micah.
Well, for Dak, he in the doghouse because all season I've been saying that he need to play like the MVP. Like I've been fighting for this guy, and technically, you made me look bad. I made Worm come over to the bright side, and now it's looking like the dark side again. He got his AP, but it don't look as good as AP Hurts because at least Hurts went to the Super Bowl with the AP. Dak just got the AP and tanked it. Like it don't look bad. It don't look good at all. Now that's slight doghouse. Like he can stand outside. Excuse me. But my man at the bottom, Steven, he can stay there. He can stay there. Because him and his daddy keep talking about they going all in, but I ain't seen a team go all in since LeBron went to Cleveland and got Kevin Love and all them. So he can stay there. But Micah, 26-year-old, 20 is he 26? He might be 24. Just a kid, man. 24-year-old man, just too much camera time. That's what it is for him. I think when he get about 30 and he see a few more playoff losses in Dallas and he start seeing the fan base start to turn like they starting to turn now, he'll understand. He'll be like, all right, I was talking too much. Like I think he tweeted recently talking about some hey, don't give up, guys. I'm gonna be my best self. But what was it in the playoffs? Like, why are you saying you're gonna be your best self? We just want to see videos like Ben Simmons. Give us videos like Ben Simmons shooting threes in the all season, but we know you're not gonna do it in the regular season. Like, do that.
Yeah, at least do something. You can't have one pressure in the playoff game. Like you, Micah Parsons, you're supposed to show up when it matters the most. So,
and he told us go watch the film. Like, Micah, I'm sorry, bro.
Well, Micah, you get the call that everyone else gets, but this is for the year. So you have to wait until next season before you could, let's see what happens, Micah. But you in the doghouse, my guy. You in the doghouse.
Oh,
appreciate you, my guy, for coming on. I'm glad you came on. I'm excited about that. You can stay on as well, yeah, because the R2L version I think is going to be a lot more entertaining.
I'll be in the studio waiting. I made some votes myself, so we're gonna see.
Yeah. We're gonna see. I can't wait to see a reaction.
Make sure y'all hit that like button, man.
Yeah. I don't see any likes right now. Come on, y'all watching, but y'all ain't liking. What's up with that, man?
Come on now. And there's Cowboys up there. Y'all should like that they in the doghouse. What's wrong with y'all?
Hey, watch all the Cowboys when I get most views because of the Cowboys. Watch.
Well, hey, that's a good thing.
There you go. Appreciate you, my guy. All right, now we got the doghouse out the way. Now it's time to talk about the dogs. The greatest players in their respective sports for the year. I wish my guy Teddy was up here, or at least Javon, but one guy we can talk about for sure in baseball, as Carl would say, go Tani. Shohei Ohtani. I don't think there's too many things I need to say about him. That's the reason why he's up here. Shohei Ohtani is one of the greatest baseball players we've ever seen. And he's still young. He just signed a massive deal with the Los Angeles Dodgers, so he doesn't leave. Yeah. Come on. Hop on here, Teddy. Yeah, I want you to come in here and further explain why, why Ohtani belongs as one of the dogs of the show for the year. But I'm gonna, kind of give my spiel a little bit when it comes to Shohei Ohtani. He was the highest coveted player in free agency this season. He went and visited the Yankees, the Giants, the Red Sox. you can name them all. And the guy pretty much signed with the team he believed he had the best opportunity to win at. And that's the LA Dodgers. They have players like Mookie Betts. They just re-signed Clayton Kershaw. This team looks like they're doing whatever they can to win. And they signed Yamamoto, another free agent guy who's going to be playing in the major leagues his very first time. And we saw what he did in the WBC and the World Baseball Classic. This is one of the, like I said, one of the best players in baseball. And Teddy is here. So let's go ahead and bring him up.
Yo.
My guy, Teddy. What's up, Teddy?
What's good, Dave?
So, Teddy, Shohei, your guy, Shohei Ohtani, as Carl would say, go Tani.
Yep.
Explain why you wanted him as a dog of the year.
He is something that we have never seen. There's not a guy that can pitch a complete game shutout, and then in the next game, in the same day, doubleheader, hit 2 home runs. Right? There's a reason why this guy got a $700 million contract. He is the most unicorn thing that I've seen. Like, it's quite insane. I've seen people that try to do what he does at the collegiate level, and for him to do it at the pro level and be one of the top guys at each side of the ball, it's truly remarkable. He's got that ugly scar on his forearm now, but I think he can come back in a couple years, well, next year, and continue to be that dog on the mound, because just his drive, he does nothing but baseball, right? This guy, there's nothing about his family, his loved ones, or anything. You never see any. The most that you see other than baseball is his dog.
That's facts.
And like, as big as a superstar that he is in the sport of baseball, with all the ads that he's getting and everything else, for us to not know anything about anything, it's crazy to me. He's a freak, man. He definitely deserves to roam around in the dog for the
Pause,
dog.
Granddad.
Oh man.
I don't know if that was Ty or Tomo, but I know it was one of them.
It was probably both of them at the same time. It was probably both.
Tomo came up and said, not me. It's all good. Hey, we got both of the Pulse police officers here, so hey.
Yeah, they're on duty tonight.
They on duty tonight. Watch
out, guys. They're quick with the
Hey,
trick.
Teddy, I appreciate you, my guy, for coming on here and explaining why Shohei's up here. You're Mr. BWT. Hey, if y'all don't know much about baseball, tune into BWT. That guy knows exactly what he's talking about. Most of his predictions have been coming true. So the guy knows what he's talking about. So tune into BWT. It's on the R2L network. Like, share, subscribe, do whatever you need to do. But thanks again, Teddy.
Yes,
Drive
sir.
safe, my guy.
Appreciate you having me on, man. It's the first time on here, and continue to have a great show, bro.
Appreciate you, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now let's move on to the very next. And this next guy, I'm actually going to see in the Super Bowl. You're going to see him play in his 4th Super Bowl in 6 years, as him being a starting quarterback in this league. Some call him a homeboy. Some call him GOAT. Well, one calls him the GOAT, at least that we know of. There's so much to say about this guy, but he was almost doubted as if he wasn't going to make the playoffs or even make the Super Bowl or even win his division. I think some people didn't even think he could win his division this year. So Patrick Mahomes, one thing we're going to hear now is that we don't think anyone in the AFC can beat the Chiefs as long as they got Patrick Mahomes. I think he's only lost to two people in his career in the playoffs, and that's Joe Burrow and Tom Brady. Tom Brady's no longer in the league, and Joe Burrow went out for the year with a serious injury. The Ravens had an opportunity. The defense played well in the second half. They allowed no points in the second half. Only allowed 17 points throughout the game. This is the number one scoring defense in the NFL. But Patrick Mahomes just still found a way to win the game. He made a key pass to MVS at the end of the game when the Ravens had no timeouts, and that was pretty much it. He's in the Super Bowl again. He has an opportunity to win his third title in 6 years. Okay, Teddy, I see it. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. Got it. I got it. That's fine. But, I mean, I don't think anyone can really say too much bad about Mahomes because all he does is win. Whether it's ugly, whether it's a shootout, whether it's a disadvantage, whether he's down 10 points or more, we've seen him do it all. We've seen him win close games. We've seen him win blowouts. We've seen him win games where he shouldn't have won. And Patrick Mahomes is back in the Super Bowl again. And I wouldn't be surprised if people start calling it the Patrick Mahomes Invitational. You know, they say that about I think Shannon Sharp said it about Alabama, calling the playoff the Alabama Invitational. So I wouldn't be surprised if people start saying that the Super Bowl or the AFC Championship, well, definitely the AFC Championship, is the Patrick Mahomes Invitational. Like, you just shoe in. Just doesn't matter what happens. Travis Kelce might be out for the year. Who knows? Just shoe him in. Shoot him in. As long as he's playing, he has a chance to get there. You can't deny his greatness. And Patrick Mahomes is the one person I've heard from multiple people in the R2L family that he deserves to be the dog of the year because no one thought he would be in this position right now. So, Patrick Mahomes, you are dog of the year. And so is Shohei Ohtani. You know, and I didn't do the call for Shohei at first, and so this is for both of you guys, for Shohei and Patrick Mahomes. Have fun being dogs in the field. All right, now we're going to go to basketball now, and Joker. I mean, this has been one of the most consistent basketball players in the league. He won back-to-back MVPs, and then he won his first NBA title this past season, beating the Miami Heat 4-1. He was the Finals MVP as well. He's basically just about Mr. Triple-Double. You can kind of sort of say him that he's the best passing big man in the league. And he just finds ways to win the game. He makes some of the most improbable shots. I remember that three he made on AD in the playoffs last year when they swept the Lakers 4-0 in the Western Conference Finals. And I didn't think it was going to go in. It's just cash. It was crazy. He makes some of the most prolific passes I've seen in the game. He can score down low. He's a very good free throw shooter. He's a great rebounder. He can shoot from three. It doesn't matter where you put Jokic. He's going to make an impact. Now, his team may not be the one of the best teams in the West as far as the rankings right now, as far as the seeding. But we all know as long as he's healthy and he has Jamal Murray, that they're going to have an opportunity to compete for another championship. Along with their head coach Mike Malone, they're gonna have a chance as long as they have this guy here. He wasn't a high draft pick. I believe he was in the same. He was on the same team as Nick. What's it? Nick Jurkic. I can't. For some reason, I can't get his last name correct, but I think it's Nurkic. That's probably what it is. But man, we're also watching history in basketball. If he continues to play this way, he could possibly be considered the best player in the league. I think that fluctuates now because we don't have someone that was as dominant as Yusuf Nurkic. Thank you, JMO. MVP, always helping me out. I appreciate you. So you got guys like Michael Jordan and Kobe and LeBron. These are guys that dominated the league for years. And we don't really have many people like that dominate right now. So it fluctuates. You had Giannis, who was called, and you had Embiid, who won the MVP last year, and then Jokic just seems to continue to be consistent. So Nikola Jokic, you have been by far one of the best players in the NBA, without a question, top 5, top 2, top 3. He could be number 1 in some people's eyes. I'm not here to give you those rankings or my opinions on that. I just know that you're, without a doubt, one of the best players in the NBA and one of the best international players we've ever seen. So, Nikola Jokic, you've been doing a great job in your career. I'm pretty sure you're going to continue to do so as long as you stay healthy. Welcome to being the dog of the year. Oh, sorry. I don't know. I may have to switch the doghouse. The doghouse crowd, that sounds a little sad. So, might need to switch that just a little bit. But for right now, that's what we're going to go with. Now, it's crazy that this other young guy is about to be put in here because he hasn't even done much yet. But he's been playing well as far as how he's played this season and where he has this team. The Oklahoma City Thunder are one of the best teams in the West right now, and it's because this young man is leading this team. Remember, he was a part of the trade that sent Paul George to the Los Angeles Clippers when they traded all those picks away, and along with SGA, to go ahead and get Paul George. And then they went and drafted, they went and got Josh Giddey. They went and got Chet. They got some guys in OKC, and they're actually balling out right now. And he's leading this team. And I personally believe he should be leading in the MVP rankings right now because of where he has this team. And I said his name already, SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now, he hasn't made the playoffs yet. He hasn't even won an MVP or be first team All-NBA. But if everyone's watching basketball this year, they can clearly see what he's been doing right now. SGA has been one of the best players in the NBA by far this year. And that's on both ends of the floor. He is a great defender and a great offensive player. He's going to score, and he's going to get some steals and even a few blocks. And it's crazy because RBO Vaughn, if you don't know what RBO is, Real Ballers Only by Vaughn, make sure you tune into that. He had a question of who would you rather start a team with, whether it was Luka Doncic or SGA. You go watch that episode and you tell me who you let him know who would you choose. You can do that in the comments wherever you want to. That's fine with me. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is becoming one of my favorite young players in the NBA. Oh, okay. I didn't remember him being first. I thought maybe Steph had that, but that's fine. Or maybe it was Steph and him. Okay, look, my memory's just not good right now. But that's all he has is a first team All NBA right now, that's the only accolade he had, and he's 25 years old. And I feel like he's coming to his own. He's about to, if he's not in his prime, he's entering his prime. And who knows where he goes from here? Who knows what he does with OKC? This OKC could be just like it was when they had Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and Serge Ibaka. So we'll see. We will see. But SGA, I think without a doubt, you deserve. You were not a huge pick, but I feel like you deserve to be highlighted again because you were one of the best guys. So yeah, man. Welcome to the dogs, SGA. And yeah, J-Mo's right. He may be first team again, All NBA and All NBA defensive. I definitely believe he could be All NBA defensive for sure. Whether it's first or second team, but I think he's going to be up there for sure. Now I'm going to add in the very last one, and I'm going to bring my guy Ty up again because this is something he can definitely talk about. He does a boxing show on the R2L network called In the Red Corner. This is this is the hottest show on the R2L network. This is growing more than any show on the network. That's including this show. And I do my show a lot more than they do. They do theirs every random Sunday. Whenever there's a big fight or something big to talk about, they have a show on Sunday, 7 p.m. And that's featuring him, Fast Camp, Tony, and Ricky. But Ty's the guy doing all the reels and everything. But these two people that we're putting as dogs of the year is also someone that they chose as the trainer of the year and the fighter of the year. And I think it's without question that we have the guy who does the boxing show talk about him a lot more. Because I'm just a boxing fan. I don't know as much boxing as he does, even though he's also a boxing fan. But he does a show, so he's more than just a boxing fan. Bud Crawford and Bomac. I think they deserve it more than anyone else. Bud did something that they didn't think he would do. And Bomac is proving that he is the best trainer in boxing. So, Ty, go ahead and explain this, sir.
Okay, they should be dogs. Of course, they're dogs. Bomac's a dog. He didn't lose one. None of his fighters lost one fight last year, which that's like, yeah, I've never heard of that before. Also, he had the fight of the year, which was Bud and Spence. He has the best. I say, yeah, he probably has some of the best prospects in his on his team. Also, another thing about Bomac is he actually came on our show, and he didn't have to. That right there makes him a dog because he didn't have to do that if he didn't want to. We're a small podcast, so he did that. Shows that he's the dog right there. And then Crawford, the dog, he retired the dude basically because I don't think we'll ever see Spence fight again after that. Because Spence had an accident, but that was like years ago. And then Spence had surgery on his eye recently. And then he was supposed to fight Spence. He was supposed to fight Spence this year, but that's not happening now. But now this shows that he's the dog right here because this dude jumping up weights, jumping up what 3 weight classes to fight a top 3 pound for pound fighter in Canelo, who's way bigger than him. People say he's way bigger than him, but Bomac said that Crawford walks around 185, so he might not be bigger, but he's bigger than Crawford. And he's like Canelo's a great fighter, one of the top fighters, and to go up those kind of weights to fight a fighter like that, to me, you got to be a dog. You got to be.
I agree with that. I agree. I think that makes a lot of sense. Having that done, I think that makes, like I said, it makes total sense for that to happen because it just, like you said, he just does something that a lot of people, they just win, man. Yep. They train well. and they just go out there and prove it. Bud said that all this was going to happen when it came to Spence. He said, "Y'all gonna say that he." I can't remember vividly what he said, but Ty, I think you remember what he said.
He said that they're gonna have excuses about him trying to being drained.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna try to use the excuse of his accident.
Mm-hmm.
He said all this stuff. That was years ago. He said this was gonna happen,
and then they fought last year, and that's exactly what happened.
Yep. And the sad thing is, his fans running with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sad thing. Like, so it's like only way Crawford could actually have won that. There's no way he could have won because they either way gonna find an excuse for him. So it's like, yeah, he won, but you got Spence fans actually. Yeah, Spence fans actually in our comments saying crazy stuff. For real.
That's crazy.
They say, "Oh my god."
That's crazy. So, hey man, appreciate you again, my guy. Oh wow, I'm definitely not doing these in order, but that is it for the sports version of Doghouse of the Year. And hey, Tomo, I am just as surprised as you are. I am just as surprised as you are that no one voted Jalen Hurts to be in the Doghouse of the Year. I'm shocked. I'm utterly shocked. But he wasn't voted, so he's not there. Or even the Eagles. So I mean, y'all had your opportunity. I asked everyone. No one told me, so that's why they're not up there. So I mean, you are a Cowboys fan, so got to put it on yourself too. So yeah, man, I'm actually now going to go into a commercial break. That is the first part of the Doghouse special. Going to do a commercial, then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna do the R2L version. So stay tuned. I'm pushing too many buttons. Look, I'm just excited, y'all. I'm just excited, but like I said, we'll be back.
Yo, my name is Lambo Anlo.
This is Dimitri.
This is Ed Hahn.
My name is Daryl Julian, and this is
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Refuse to Lose Sports.
Refuse to lose sports.
Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me, keep on running toes, they gon' take them.
Refuse to lose, built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Apply myself, I felt it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win, yeah. Refuse.
All right, welcome back, family. This is now the fun part of the show. Now it's time to talk about the Refuse to Lose special of the Doghouse. So now that I have all my videos up, I'm actually going to bring up both the guys that I have in the studio. So, Ty, welcome back. And Tomo, welcome back. My guys. So this is going to be the funny part of the show. And it breaks my heart to have to do the first one because we are both fans of the same team. And the team broke our heart this year. But, one of us got a little bit more delusional than the other. So this guy was voted in, and it's only right that if we have someone in baseball in the R2 on the sports part, we gotta do it here. My guy Jovan. First of all, Javon was voted as one of the rookies of the year in the R2L. He was the best baseball analyst of R2L. But he's also a Red Sox fan, just like I am. And he said that, we were going to make all the moves that we can make. and Teddy's back because he had to be a part of this one.
Teddy said, I got to come back for this one.
So, Teddy, why did you vote Jovan in the doghouse?
Jovan, you're my boy. I've known you for 15 plus years,
man. Your audio.
You covering the mic.
You hear me now?
Oh.
There you go.
All right. Stop with that pause. Come on. Jovan, you're my boy, dude. Known you for 15 plus years, dude. You said some crazy stuff in the baseball chat, man. You drinking that dirty water, saying that the Red Sox are going to win a World Series, saying that Ohtani was going to come to the Red Sox because of these New Balance ties. It's like, I thought you were so crazy that I put up a bet against you. And I won. And now you in the doghouse with no dirty water, no food. Like I said on my show, Dave, you don't give him nothing. All right, don't even let him go out for like his little walks or nothing, dude. He stays in there for a long time.
So he just gonna stink up the place?
I mean, sorry to everybody else, but
I want to say whoever his roommate, man, they gonna hate him.
And I know exactly what picture that is, dude. And the fact that you took that picture is hilarious, Dave. Yo, that is hilarious, bro.
That's why I started laughing.
Hey, look. First of all, I didn't choose the pictures.
Whoever chose the picture, that is hilarious. Hilarious. Oh my goodness.
Hey, I knew this was going to turn up the show. So I just had to do it.
Oh man,
Javon, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I hate to do this, but I can't disagree with nothing Teddy said. So, well, Ty, since you were the very first person in the R2L family to be in the doghouse, I would rather you welcome him to the doghouse.
Well, Javon, your boy did this. And put it on me. Your boy did this. Welcome to the doghouse.
My guy, you in the doghouse.
Yo.
Woo!
Oh, I love this network, bro.
Oh,
this is crazy.
All right. Next up. This seemed to be one of the most consensus votes as this person being in the doghouse because he was named multiple times. And I expected this, and I think he did too. He's not here. He was on the show earlier. But let's go ahead and bring him up. Cabo! Cavs watch.
Take the pictures, man.
Cavs watch. Kevo was voted as Doghouse of the Year. Now, I can name a few reasons as to why he's the Doghouse of the Year. He is an Eagles fan, so the Eagles ended the season losing 6 of their last 7 games, which included the playoff game where they lost 32-9 to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jalen Hurts had his worst season as far as turnovers in his career so far in the NFL. The defense was trash, just about 31st in the league, I believe. And Kevo actually had some bad predictions this year. He said that the 49ers wouldn't make the playoffs. He said that the Chiefs wouldn't make the playoffs. He said that the Bears would be the number 1 seed in the NFC. So I mean, I think every person here has their own reason why Kevo should be in the doghouse. So, Tom, I'm gonna start with you first. You know, you're the Cowboy fan. You're in the same division. So, floor is yours, sir.
I mean, well, we all know why Kevo is there. You named a few of the reasons, but it's more so the watch. Kev's watch. This watch has been broken since forever. It's kind of like Ben. What is it, Big Ben? You know, over there in Europe. It's a nice clock to look at, but sometimes it just doesn't work. Maybe it's daylight savings time. I don't know what it is, but anytime he has a prediction, it's either it's going to be 100% right or it's going to be 1,000% wrong. That's all I got to say about that, Kev. Because with the 84th defense, how could you still want them Eagles to fly?
Oh man. All right, appreciate you. Go ahead and do what you got to do, Tomo. I'll bring you back when you're ready.
I bet.
Oh, man. Woo. Teddy?
Man, I think I didn't vote him, but I can guess multiple reasons why he was voted. They've got to be those double posts that he does in every chat. All right. If you see one, it comes up right away in the other one. Right. And the fact that he posted Smitty's what is it, his baby shower?
Yeah.
Like, man, what are we doing? Like, I understand if it was like something that was towards the game or something like that, but Kev, the watch is broke. The watch is broke. But man, this is funny, dude. This is hilarious. Dave, you came up with a gem with this one, man. I'll tell you that. And this picture, dude, these pictures are getting crazy, man.
Hey, all I know is it wasn't me. I didn't choose the pictures. I just chose the people. I didn't choose the people, but I said the people that I would feature.
Yeah.
Well, Kevo, I see that you're in the comments. Oh, Ty, I can't forget about you.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I voted for him.
My bad. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Happy I voted for him. Because he been talking big trash about sports. Like he's calling saying PSU trash when my team's better than his team. Then he's saying Ravens trash when my team was better than this team. Yeah, we lost Super Bowl, but he had the two Super Bowl teams in the Super Bowl right now. He had them not making the playoffs at all. So, and then like y'all said, his watch been broken. He misplaced it or something. Need to find that thing. That ain't been working all season. Because ever since I've been saying he was trash, they went 1-5 or 1-6 since then. So man, they need to blame him. It's his fault they lost. It's his fault.
Ty, that was masterful. That was hilarious. Kevo, you get the call that everyone else gets. Welcome to the doghouse. My guy, you in the doghouse. Woo! And he's back. Oh, yes, he's back. Let's get it. Yep. We about to go ahead and add to it. We about to add you to it.
Hey, I ain't going out like that, yo. Hey, look, I kept saying it's a setup. I already knew what it was. Hey, full disclaimer. When I sent my predictions in, what did I say in the DMs? I do not agree with nothing.
But you also said that you were going to stick to it. Yeah.
I said I'm going to stick to it for sure. That is what it is.
You did.
But I definitely had both. It came up to both teams being out the playoffs. That was crazy. I know one prediction I did get right, though. Them Bears whooping the Commanders.
Yeah. It's funny you say that because you know who's coming next.
But now the Cavs watch definitely was broke this year. This was not a good year. Hurts wasn't that bad as people say it was, though, but it was not a good year. The collapse didn't make it no better. No, it's a Mavs shirt. No, it's no Dallas.
Still a Dallas.
Nah, they in Texas. They in Texas. I don't know about Dallas. But
I don't
nah,
know if I have a.
it's all love though, yeah. I already knew it was coming.
I don't know, Tom. If you can find if you can find the edit for 5 people, please do it.
Tom was just trying to overlap me. I saw that.
No, that was me. That was bringing back.
Oh,
Joe,
man.
where you at, man? You need to be on here too.
This is going to get interesting.
Because this
and I didn't even vote for a dog. Y'all lucky. I voted for a dog of the year, not in the doghouse. Y'all lucky.
Hey, I told you I told you what to do. You
you definitely did. I just voted for the dog of the year. It's cool though.
Yep. So there's actually 2 going in at once. I messed up one of the videos, but there's 2. Like I said, 2 doghouse going in at once. I'm gonna go ahead and explain the first one before I bring up both of them. This guy is, I don't know if he's a Dallas fan or a Bills fan.
Oh, Jesus.
I believe he's a Luka fan as well. Dev, you were voted in.
I never make it.
They said that because he's always in the spider hole, he just pops out when things are good. So that's why he's in the doghouse. This was voted by Mr. R2L himself.
Jeez, it had to be an honorable mention.
Cause I mean, like, and I guess it's true. It's just when things go his way, that's when he pops in the chat. Like when Steph plays bad, I told you, Steph ain't good. When he's shining, he ain't nowhere to be found. And then last year he was talking about Julius Randle and Jimmy Butler. What happened? Couldn't find him until he finally came on the show and admitted Jimmy Butler was better.
That was crazy.
Then, him. People said that he was a Dallas fan. I think someone even pulled up a picture and put it in the R2L chat.
Oh yeah, he made the meme.
That he had a Dallas jersey on. That was funny. And
that's some sandbox ties right there.
And then the Bills, falling through the tables and everything. He's supposed to be a Bills fan, but when they were losing, he wasn't really here. As soon as they started winning, I told y'all, and then
yeah, he wasn't there Eagle Week.
He was there for Dallas week though.
I mean, everybody show up for Dallas week. Everybody but Dallas.
And New England.
That's true. So an honorable mention for Mr. Joe Jordan himself, Mr. R2L. Dev, you get the call. You're in the doghouse. My guy, you in the doghouse. Now, this very next one is one I think everyone will have. Definitely everyone has something to say. I won't say much. I'm just going to mention who they are. And this is 3 fans of one team, the Washington Commanders. We got Joe, Corius, and Mark.
Uh-oh.
So let's go ahead and bring it up.
Trifecta.
Y'all dirty.
Let's see it.
There it is.
Y'all dirty.
Why Joe look so sad, man? Joe looks sad, man.
Hey, I got asked. Why I look like I sell insurance, bro?
Hey, you and Joe Vaughn, bro.
Boy, you work for State Farm.
Dang, man.
So I'm gonna go to.
Is that the Corius prom picture?
Still, bro. We ain't going there. I'm not messing with y'all.
I'm gonna go to Tabo first.
I mean, what more do I have to say? If you in the chats, then you already know why Decorius is here. Like the other 2 guys, like we understand where they stand when it comes to being a Commanders fan. But Decorius, my guy, you go to Facebook, talk bad about people's teams when your team lose, then we gotta call you out for you to come back into the chat to defend what you saying on Facebook. Like, I understand that Facebook is a part of like Instagram, but nah, bro, you got to come back. Then you also want to always focus on right now while also bringing up the past. That's why them kids got that 2-hour delay. We just don't understand where you coming from as a fan, man.
Oh man,
Kev, this your fault.
Yeah, you the one that invited him to the chat. It's on you.
Hey,
And
he
now
was
y'all in the
necessary,
doghouse
man.
together.
Hey, look, it turned it up. He's necessary. He's necessary.
Oh
But
man.
nah, hey, Joe had the Bible. Mark
Yeah.
had the #1 defense in the Super Bowl. And the Couriers had the script.
Oh man. You said they was like Moses, bro. They had the 10 Commandments. We couldn't make it to the promised land.
Bruh.
Oh man.
Oh man.
This was funny. The Commanders was so hype, bro. Like the clips will never get old. This off season, y'all are done. I got all the clips in the bag. They was hype. The Bienemy EB. Eric Bienemy.
Where's AJ when you need him?
Oh man.
This was
I'm gonna let Ty go there.
This was his vote for sure.
Oh, Teddy.
This was my vote.
It was one of my votes too. Hey Ty, we here. He definitely got my vote.
Then they went as one. They couldn't even get a separate mention. They went as one. You can't get one without the other.
Oh man. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to the reason why they were asked to be in the doghouse. Where is it at?
I'll give you one reason.
Go ahead.
I'm still waiting on my food.
Hey, me too. The DoorDash. Where our food at, man? We've been waiting for a while now. We hungry over here. We starving. I'm about to call Child Protective Services. You ain't feeding us, man.
It might be dog food, so you probably don't want it.
Wow.
Yeah,
You're right. If it is, I'm good. I don't want it.
Mark gonna see this and be like, "Why I'm in the doghouse?"
Kibbles and bits.
So,
hey, Kev, you eating the same thing, bro. You eating the same thing.
That's funny.
I am in there, Dad. I'm the only one that's on the screen that's in there.
So AJ said that he nominate the Commanders fans because they predicted the Super Bowl and their division crown and didn't even make the playoffs and got swept by the whole division.
They did?
Yeah.
The whole division? Jeez.
The Giants beat them twice?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Wow, I didn't know that.
But they need their own house. They can't be. It's like a woman here for them.
Nah, they gotta get the
Jovan they say no
treatment,
plus
man. What you
ones.
say, Teddy?
They bring 2.
No food, no water.
There you go. Tell them. No, nothing.
No walks. Nothing.
Hey.
They crowned the dog party. Hey. Oh man.
That was good. Now, that is the doghouse of the year for the R2L family. Commanders fans, Joe, Decorius, and Mark. You my guys, but you in the doghouse.
My guy, you in the doghouse.
All right, now if you all can stay here and help me praise the guys that are dogs of the year. First off, I think this is the very first time we have someone in the doghouse and as a dog of the year. And I want to start this off first. As I said before, this is the guy who started the R2L network. He started it in August of 2021. And he is the reason why all of us are pretty much here right now. Let's just be honest about it. I've known Joe for about 10 years now. And we've been brothers ever since. I was at his wedding and everything. You know, he knows pretty much my entire family. He's invited to my wedding that's going to happen later this year. So I'm gonna just go ahead and bring his picture up. And Joe Jordan, Mr. R2L himself. I believe he deserves to be here more than anybody, just because none of us would be where we are if it wasn't for him. I wouldn't have the doghouse. I wouldn't be a part of the show. I wouldn't have met none of y'all other than Ty. I know I knew Ty already, but I wouldn't have met Tomo, Teddy, Cowboy. I wouldn't have known any of y'all if it wasn't for Joe. And I like I said, I believe he's one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my life. You know, Joe has done a great job with this network. You know, he does a lot of work behind the scenes as well with all the shows. And I believe he deserves his just due now. He deserves to have his flowers now. So I nominated him to be here for sure. He was nominated by a few others, but Joe, for sure, you deserve to be a dog. Yeah, Joe, you a dog, man. Dog of the year, a dog of the century. Doesn't matter what it is, but you're here. Ty, I'm go to you first.
Yeah, I voted for Joe. Joe, of course, he's a dog because, like you said, none of us will be here. Also, with Joe, like you said, Joe does a lot of stuff in the background. He does. I know it's a lot of work because I do reels, but what he does is way bigger than reels. To be honest. He also he has his separate show, and he also, like you said, helping people with their shows, and he also has the show with y'all. And I've known Joe for I don't know how long I've known Joe, but I met Joe when he came to my house, and he said something crazy to me. He said that his daughter going to be at Disney World, my daughter not going to. So that's when he met my competitive side. So
that's true. I remember that story. That was funny. Kevo, you and Tomo have known him a little longer than all of us. So
yeah. I don't know, how long have I known Joe? It's been like,
man, what's the language, man?
I thought that. Excuse me.
Family network.
But yeah, Joe is one of the most selfless people you will ever meet. Like he won't even take all the credit. And one of the great things about him is that he's gonna go and reach out to whoever, no matter who you are, no matter what other people might think of you. He's gonna reach out to people. Might be ridiculing this dude, but Joe gonna go to the side and ask him about, like, hey, what you think about this? You know what I'm saying? He's gonna take ideas from anyone, ask some help from anyone. He's gonna gather all the data and make his decisions that way. I always respect that about him. Open door policy, you know what I'm saying? So he started the R2L chat from nothing. Like I've been here since day one, almost basically. I was one of the first few guests that he had when he first started, and you just see the growth. It's continuous growth, and I can see every time that he moves strategically, and it's not a cocky bone in his body. It's like he gonna keep it moving, but he also gonna give his flowers to everyone. Just like he did his own little live on Instagram when he gave shout outs to everybody in the chat. Like he took the time out of his day to go in. Give flowers to everyone that was involved with the success of what he created. This is his baby. He created this, but he's lending out. I'm gonna say lend out, but he's letting everyone like add to it and let them feel like they actually are a part of it. Like this is theirs too. Like this is not only my baby. This is everyone's. Like you're a part of this too, type thing. So I respect that. I'm always gonna respect that. Yeah, I know Joe for probably what's this 2024. It's probably almost like 20 years, almost like 15 years, something like that.
Yeah,
it's something crazy. So yeah, we got prom picture together and all that. So we go way back.
Oh yeah, I ain't know Joe that long. Teddy.
Yeah, I voted for Joe because like you guys have all been saying, I wouldn't know any of you guys at all if it wasn't for Joe. My first show when I came on was talking about the Celtics, and then he called me while I was at a baseball practice for a high school team that I coach, and he was like, "Yo, would you want to do your own show covering baseball?" And I was like, "Yeah." And man, he, like you guys said, he helps out so much behind the scenes. He'll call you to give you ideas, make sure everything's going right, and nothing but respect to that dude, man, what he does. And thank you for making this channel because I've been able to grow my channel and give all you guys a little knowledge about baseball, and I really I'm really thankful for that.
Tomo,
Man, she said it's like 20 years because if we want to count high school, the funny thing about Joe and I and my relationship is we always knew each other through someone. It wasn't like we always hung out, but except for the turkey bowls. If you don't know about the Capital Ice turkey bowls, then you just had to be there. That was a yearly thing. Like,
every year.
That's why when Joe be talking about quarterbacks, I'd be like, man, I kind of seen you be a quarterback, so you should know the game. You should be watching it differently. But outside of that, man, everything y'all said, I can just repeat it, and I don't have to because Joe already knows. Like the fact that when I first watched Joe start his show, this was when I was doing my own thing. I said, hey, bro, consistency. That's it. And ever since I met Joe, that word has been prevalent, consistency. If you ever look up in the dictionary, the word consistency, not the picture in the doghouse, the picture outside the doghouse will show up. Because that's what he is, man. He Mr. Consistent. Even if you feel like he dropped the ball on something, he's still in the ballpark of making the play. So, Joe, just keep it up, man. Thank you.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate you, Joe. I think this was one of the best times to highlight what you've done for all of us, what you've done for this network, for your show, King's Talk, for the R2L show, which was your show at first. You know, it used to be, you know, the special weekend shows, you know. So, and now it's a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday show, along with a whole bunch of other shows like CTC, RBO, FFC, BWT, Dave's Doghouse, and King's Talk. So, and who knows what shows may come next.
Turn grown. Don't stop.
And the hottest show on the network in the red corner. So
you never know. Me and Kev might do a Dallas show. You just don't
know.
You got the shirt. I got the background.
Hey,
let's go, man.
Had to be
hey, did you hear him say Dallas earlier? He said Dallas earlier.
Yeah.
I think I'm better keep that commitment, bro. But
yeah,
it's gonna have to be a member.
You failed it multiple times. You just give it up. Just
it definitely is.
Don't do it. But Joe, you a dog, man. All right, next up, I mentioned his show already. I think this guy has had some of the most craziest predictions that just went right almost all year long. And he does it in college. He does it for the NFL, NBA, baseball. Well, I don't know about his prediction in baseball being too good. He is a Tigers fan, so it ain't.
Hey, he predicted the Diamondbacks.
He did. But I got to talk about Carl. Carl was also one of the people that was voted in because
he all excited.
Yeah. Because for one, it was mainly his Super Bowl prediction. He predicted that this would be the game, all the way down to his Ravens losing to the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. He got all of that right. I believe when the Warriors won the title 2 years ago, he said that would happen. When the Nuggets won last year, he said that would happen. Like Teddy said, he said the Diamondbacks would be in the World Series. That's what happened. So, and then he does a lot of college shows. I mean, even though he voted Michigan to lose, I mean, he's from MSG, so we understand why he chose Michigan to lose. But other than that, Carl has been pretty much doing his thing when it comes to sports, and he's been on just about every show except for maybe fantasy football, but he's been on every show. He can talk about any topic. I mean, you just give him what it is we talk about, and he'll do his research. I don't think anyone works as hard as Carl does, and that's not to say that no one works hard here, but this man has notes for every single show.
The Oracle.
Some people call him Literal C because he is literally writing down everything for every single game. I think one time he did like maybe 16 college football games in one show.
That's insane, bro.
That is dedication.
That is
to
not
the
normal.
max.
It's not normal.
It's
in
not
a good way. Hey.
Exactly. Carl he does an amazing job with Carl Talking College. He awesome, man. And I think he was voted as when we had did our interviews with Lamar, I think we voted as Carl being the one guy that will have his own show. And what happened? He didn't manifest his own show.
Mm-hmm.
And 60, his average, that's crazy because he could probably do about a good 20, 25, 30. So, Carl, you've been doing great, man. Ty, you a Ravens fan just like him. So I want you to talk about Carl first.
Carl, I used to call him Carl Madden because this boy knows everything about every sports player. He knows what college they went to. He knows what high school they went to. He knows their mom's address. He knows their blood type. He knows.
That's so.
He knows where they got their water from. He knows everything about it. Every single player. So if you have a question about any kind of sport, ask him. He knows it. Trust me, he knows it.
Man, that's
like
so
you said, he does work hard because to watch all those college football games or college basketball games, I can't do it.
No.
I can't.
Bro, he be in the chats like talking about every single game on Saturdays. It's like, bro, it's crazy. It's crazy. But one thing I would say about Carl, man, if he's rooting against your team, you're not gonna like him. You are not gonna like this man
At all. And you gotta come with your facts. He will catch you, and you gotta make sure you strategically say what you say perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Because he will catch you in any wrong syllable, anything, any vowel you say, you get anything wrong.
Carl is one of them people that you gotta mean what you say and say what you mean.
Because
if you operating in the gray area with Carl, you can like, but that's not what you said. And you're like, come on, man, we in the gray area. Why we gotta be exact?
Ain't no gray area with Carl. You said what you said.
No.
Nah, he definitely in the up and up though. He ain't gonna get better, so he gonna be dangerous to these airways. Carl gonna be dangerous for sure.
And one more thing about Carl is he's right about everybody else's team until it comes to the Pistons. But hey, I know he's gonna say a comment and be like, "Nah, I told y'all they was gonna suck," but I'm just saying. That's it.
He ain't pretending to be this bad.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
Carl, other than the Pistons, you belong to be a dog of the year. Next up, and I'm pretty sure he probably wasn't expecting this, but he's right here on the show. Mr. In the Red Corner himself, Ty. I think it's without a doubt that you get your just due, Ty. Don't blame me for the picture, by the way. But you get your just due, man. I mean, what you're doing with In the Red Corner is amazing. You guys already have 200 plus subscribers already?
227.
227.
And counting.
And this is the newest show out of all the other shows other than RBO. And you guys are just doing everything that you need to do. And you're the one leading the charge. You're the one that has the contact with Bomac. You text this man like that's your brother. I don't think any of us have been able to do that with anyone in any sport yet. But you have access to Bomac. Like you could probably call him right now and and you ask him to come on the show and he'll probably do it. You do the reels, you do the social media, you do pretty much everything for In the Red Corner. So I'm proud of what you're doing. I'm pretty sure you feel like you could do a lot more knowing how competitive you are. Yeah, I figured that's what you would say. But man, I think I said that the In the Red Corner would be the hottest show and it would be the fastest growing show, and that's exactly what's happening. You guys are consistent with what you do, and boxing is just a whole different avenue, and that just brings that brings everybody there. Boxing still has the highest views in the R2L channel, and the In the Red Corner has the highest views from any of the other shows. So boxing is just. Can we really say football is king?
Nah. Boxing.
So
I mean, at some point in time, everybody tuned into boxing. It's just not as consistent on a night-to-night basis. But boxing viewership, females going to fight parties. They know about every fight. You know what I'm saying? It's everybody. I mean, when it's a fight, it's a fight. Everybody know about the big fight.
And when it comes to the YouTube airways, just ESPN, any of the big names, they don't talk about boxing like that.
No.
So when you got three guys that can come together and tell you like from different aspects, In the Red Corner, man, you know, it's kind of like Barry Gordy and Motown.
Yeah, I voted for you, Ty. By the way, you still my arch enemy, though. Tell you that right now.
Yeah. Kev actually sent the first vote for you, and then and the show. He definitely did. But this was specifically about you, you know. So
yeah.
I think this was the right timing for this. This is one of the reasons why I did it, because I wanted to highlight the people that's doing well within the R2L family, and you deserve it for sure.
One more thing before you go, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that Ty control everybody, troll everyone in each chat, and keep that same energy when it comes to creating reels. I mean, y'all should already know what time it was when it came to promotion. Like,
fact.
You don't play no games.
Yeah.
I'm just glad we got the truth.
I don't have no truth. It's still smoke in the air.
Hey, just keep that smoke out of college football, okay?
I got
just
keep it
out of college football.
Oh yeah, dang, my bad.
Keep it out of college football. It's already bad enough. He came on here and said that our team is trash compared to his. He already said that. So
it's all love. Shout out to the other guys too, though. Shout out to the whole entire show as well too. Though.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just learning about everything you're doing behind the scenes. But, that's for sure.
Shout out to Ty, man. I voted for the whole show, and he recently reached out and was helping me with making reels and what app he uses and stuff like that. So, thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
No problem. Always here, man.
Yeah, Ty, you're a dog, man. So, welcome.
Hey. Am I the first one out the doghouse to become a dog?
Yeah.
It's you and Joe.
Yeah, too. That's crazy. Both of y'all. So it's funny y'all said the entire show, because that's exactly what comes up next. In the Red Corner, the show has to be up there.
Okay.
These three guys have done an amazing job with this show.
I like how you did that.
I had to, because that was the two most consistent things, Ty and In the Red Corner. It's like just about everybody said that. Had to do it. I mean, Carl was also there too. Somebody text me immediately and say, "Hey, make sure you talk about Carl as well." So,
hey man, Cowboy fans think alike, man. That's crazy.
Anniversary pick, but yeah.
So the Corey's more so look like he was at a prom, or he about to go sell moon pies in the street. That's what it looked like.
Bar mitzvah.
But yeah, man. In the Red Corner, Ty, it's your show. So
ain't my show. It's our show. It's all three of us show. It's mine.
Y'all show.
Yeah.
You're one of the guys on the show. So talk about your show. What made you guys start it, and why is it the hottest show in the network?
Well, we started because Tomo, for real. Tomo's the one that had the idea, and then went from there. To me, Ricky, very knowledgeable about boxing. We have some common things we say, but then he goes further in detail with stuff than I do, because I'm not a detailed person. I don't care about all that stuff. I just want to get straight to the point. That's who I am. And Fast Camp knows everything about boxing. He's the Carl of boxing. There you go. He's the Carl of boxing.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's
right. He knows everything about boxing. That's why when we had our little debate, I prepared. because I already knew. He knew. I already knew.
I remember. I
curious
remember.
about- I'm like, nah, I'm prepared for days. I'm like, nah. So yeah, and then people keep saying what I do, but I couldn't do what I do without them. To be honest, because without what they say on the show, the reels wouldn't work. So without what they say on the show, we wouldn't have got with Bomac because that reel wouldn't work. So yeah.
All right, and you guys are free to comment what you want to say about the show.
I mean, where can I start with these three guys, man? It's funny because, like I said, with just boxing in general, I remember we was talking about it today, and we was like, we need to do a boxing episode, and I was like, all right, I know two people off jump. One of my guys, he really don't like being on the camera that much, but he did join for one. But I was like, Fast Camp love talking boxing. I was like, Ricky loves talking boxing. Now Ty came in at the end. I didn't know you like boxing as much, Ty. I'd have threw you on the earlier episodes, but it was just a timing thing. But when those three got on that one episode where I was like, look, all I'm gonna do is ask questions and I'm gonna feed off them. And I seen the chemistry. I went back to the group. I was like, hey man, I think we got something here. And look what happened. So honestly, it's more of a representation of me seeing what y'all could do and y'all actually proving me right. I'm happy, man. Especially that Bomac episode. If you know, you know.
That's facts.
Keep working, man. Keep working. And I gotta get back on another one of those episodes.
Yeah, definitely you do.
Yeah, I'm good. I made my one appearance. I'm fine.
I gotta make my appearance. Like I'm in the boxing. I just not like in it. I don't follow it like closely, but I can talk it. Once we get to speaking, I can talk some boxing, but I gotta make my way on there, for sure.
And that's the beauty of it too, though. They don't make you feel like an outsider when you come on the show if you don't know too much. They just like they meet you right where you at.
I know the sport. I just don't be knowing the actual boxers all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Same.
I can talk the actual sport, things of that nature. But yeah, like I said, I voted for the show because I haven't been like the biggest viewer of it for sure. Like I got to catch up on a whole lot of things. I'm more of a basketball, football guy. Like when it comes to baseball and boxing and things of that nature, I gotta like more so pride myself out.
Oh wow, man.
Nah, no, my son just popped up. But
nah, I'm talking about Cardo comment.
Oh, get out of here, bro. But nah, like I was saying, like Dave said, like the fact that you was able to make that big of a contact, had that big of a contact come on the show, it's like no one on the show has been able to have someone that big like come on the show and had to have that pull like that, and then y'all show, like you said, your show is new, and for that to happen, it's like that's a big plus. It's just all it's gonna do is just bring more attention to the show, and the fact that y'all held y'all own on top of that, like it was well prepared. You made the guy feel like he was one of the guys. He felt comfortable. Y'all didn't ask no outlandish question, anything. Everything was perfect. So I mean, then the fast growing, like you said, the reels going up. Y'all posting. I see the boxing. Y'all stay posting reels and stuff like that. It's going up 85 minutes. I'm like,
I can't find Eagles. I can't find Eagles post this fast.
No more.
Ooh. Don't let me start get the Twitter fingers going.
Look,
but nah, yeah. So man, I got to get a kudos, bro. And I know it's only up. It's only up. You in the early stages, so let's get it.
Let's get it, man. In the red corner, hottest show in the R2L network. Dog of the year. And I think this one might catch a few people off guard. Maybe not. But this guy was voted as the MVP of the R2L. It's only right that we put the MVP up here. And that's J-Mo. This is someone who's been good in the football conversations and the basketball conversations. And that's what our MVP is in the R2L family. I think now it may broaden now because now we have so many other shows, and you got boxing, you got basketball, you got fantasy football, you got college sports. But J-Mo was he had the most views from both. Carter.
Yeah.
Carter.
Rolling, bro. Hey, Carter, don't go to sleep, bro.
No, chill.
We know what Cardo's doing right now. We know what Cardo's doing right now.
Yeah, it's up. It's up for him.
Smoking on that Quint.
Hey. The Wellness Center is open. Wellness Center is open.
It's a drive-through now.
Man, it's funny. It's funny.
It's up, bro. Because Carter in the way.
But J-Mo, he's just done a great job, especially when it comes to basketball. And he's in just about every chat too. He's really active in the college basketball chat, active in the NFL and NBA chat, and of course the VIP R2L chat. Now a father of two beautiful young boys. J-Mo has been doing a great job with whatever he's been with every topic he's been on. He's very knowledgeable of all the things he talks about. He's a Dolphins fan. He's a 76ers fan, and he just loves basketball. He loves to talk about basketball. He's the most active in there, but that doesn't stop him from talking about his Miami Dolphins. You know how he felt about Tua this year. He felt like the Dolphins had what it took to be able to win the division. We know Teddy doesn't agree with that because he's a Patriots fan, but I think it's with. Let me know if y'all disagree, but I believe he deserved to be in here just as much as everyone else, just because he was the MVP.
Makes sense.
I mean, you can't talk about Dog of the Year and not have the MVP in there. That's just just how I feel about it.
This ain't the Grammys.
Facts. And I have some honorable mentions. I'll talk about in the end after everyone gets off. But definitely, man, J-Mo, you for sure deserve it. As your name is in IG, if the Corey's doing here, he will call you 6 Milli because that's what your IG name says. But
oh my,
Ghetto's Prophet.
Hey, Mr. Parker. Yo.
Y'all got chill. I ain't gonna ever call you Mr. Parker again.
Oh man, Reese Gabay.
The best one's got to be McFadden.
Yo, my God. That used to blow me, dog.
My bad, J-Mo. I'm sorry, man. We having a whole decorous moment while we talk about you, but man, he called people names like we in school, like we running the hallways or something.
Name,
man.
Bro, he been doing this since I known him, bro. I'm like, bro, you act like you one of the coaches on the field or something, bro.
Man.
Yeah. But nah, J-Mo, I mean, you also one of the funniest guys in the chat as well. You deserve to be a Dog of the Year, and I mean, y'all go ahead, talk about your boy J-Mo.
You the dog. He already know what that means. But nah, Mr. 10 Toes Down himself, man. You know, like you said, as far as when it comes to basketball, he definitely gonna give you the real. He also gonna give you the real about his team. And that's very rare when you're talking to some folks, you know, they get, especially when they like fans of Philly teams, they get very delusional at times. But you know, when he come on here, he gonna give you the real, the real about Embiid, the real about Doc, the real about the Dolphins. Tua was in the MVP race. He said he don't deserve it. I don't think they deserve anything. So shout out to 10 Toes, J-Mo, man, and all the movie references.
Facts. Hey, Carter was going crazy in these comments.
Yeah, he turned up. So he's selling Gatorade.
Oh, chill, bro. I'm gonna fire him up. He's almost done. Nah, J-Mo deserved to be in there, bro. He got the MVP. I know basketball is his main sport, but then he come in with the football. Anybody that know him, they talking about say Turkey Bowl. J-Mo used to be out there cooking on the football field on the Turkey Bowl, so he's definitely a dual athlete. And like he come on, he be prepared, and yeah, he belong in it for sure. Like you say, MVP. You got to put him up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he got twins. That right there, you're a dog right there. Forget that. I don't know how he does that. And also
facts.
Yeah, because I got kids. They fall apart from each other. I can't imagine having kids that close. So
right behind each other. My kids like 18 months apart, so I know.
Yeah, I can't. I don't know how he does it. And also, he's a fish sticks fan, so yeah. It's also hard to talk trash to him because I've been trying to talk trash to him, get him riled up. He don't get riled up, so I be trying.
For sure. Don't say nothing crazy. That's when he really gonna pop out.
Facts.
How about fish sticks? That's all. Fish sticks.
Look.
Teddy, you got anything to say about your AFC East rival fan?
Yeah, man. He's funny, dude. He's funny, and he should definitely be there for being MVP. The only bad thing I gotta say about him is that he goes for the Sixers and the Dolphins, right? Two of my team's rivals. So keep doing what you're doing, J-Mo. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, definitely good stuff. Hey, J-Mo, man, you deserve it. Just like everyone else does. MVP. And you know, since you are the MVP, gotta give you the chance. Welcome to being a dog of the year. You were the last one, and you deserve it, man. Welcome. Now, appreciate y'all for coming on my show today. This is the longest I've ever done this show.
I'm sorry, bro. He on the road, bro.
I'm flying.
I was trying to bring it on the screen, but I don't know who pulled the comment.
I brought it up.
Dude, Cardo, whatever you do, you need to chill. Yeah. For anyone listening right now, this is what he just said in the last comment. Hey, Ty, what episode of Living Single you was on?
I'm not answering it because it's gonna be rude.
Big
Oh man, Refuse to Lose is about to be lit tonight.
Oh man. Thank y'all for coming on, man. I appreciate all of y'all, man. Help me with this show. 2-hour long show, just about for real. Joe, it might take me a minute to break down these videos, just so you know. You know, I might have to wait until tomorrow morning. But definitely become a member of the R2L family so you can join the chats. If you go to the R2L, there's a link in there to where you become a member, whether it's a pro member, an all-star, or a superstar. Trust me, you want to be a part of the family because, as you can see, we all brothers, and you know we're not blood brothers. Only 3 of them are, but everyone knows somebody somewhere, and who knows? Maybe you have an opportunity to be on the show or have your own show. Joe has opened doors to just about everybody and anybody. We have the first lady in all of the chats. She's now in the VIP chat. You know, she got involved with everything, and it's just everything is just growing, man. We open it up to everybody, and because of me being on here, I'm actually I feel better now being able to open up my own mental health podcast that's going to happen in April. So, like I said, I appreciate y'all for coming on, and yeah, shout out to Kev. Kev is the reason why Reese is even a part of the family. At first, he was trying to hide her from us because she a Dallas fan, but we was like, nah, let her go ahead and it's all good. You don't have to worry about that. But definitely, so appreciate all of you guys for being on, and I'm gonna give you guys another cheer for being who you are. So thank you, fellas. I'm about to go ahead and close out my show. I appreciate you. Ty, thank you again for helping out with the comments, my man. I appreciate you.
No problem.
All right, Dave.
All right, y'all.
All right, bye.
That is all for today's show. I do have some honorable mentions that I want to say. So shout out to everyone in the R2L family. That is including the guys that you showed, the 5 guys that you showed, the 4 guys you showed on the show. But that is including Coach Coombs, who does FFC. He has one of the best, if not the best, fantasy football show that's out on YouTube. So if you have not watched it, make sure you tune in. Shout out to Ty, who does In the Red Corner, who was just here. Ty, Fast Cap, Tony, and Ricky. Those 3 guys are amazing, and they do a great show on there. Shout out to Vaughn, who does RBO, Real Ballers Only. Shout out to Carl for doing CTC. Shout out to Joe for King's Talk. Shout out to Tomo for helping bring out all of these other shows as well. Shout out to Teddy with BWT. So it's been a great great show. I appreciate all of you guys for everything that you've done. Shout out to other people in the chat. If I don't say your name, just charge it to my head and not my heart. But Chris, Jerry, Reese, Bibby is one of the funniest guys in the NBA chat. He's a huge LeBron fan. So if you're a LeBron fan or LeBron hater, join the NBA chat. I think it'll be funny. AJ, he's an Eagles fan, but he does his own podcast outside of the R2L family. Kevo, who was on the show, he's been one of the most consistent guys. Shout out to Blaze, Matt Cardo. There's so many people that I can continue to name. Jovan. Like I said, if I don't mention name, just charge it to my head and not my heart. But everyone has been an integral part of this show and all the other shows. And everyone keep doing your thing. Keep being great. Appreciate y'all. And until next time at Dave's Doghouse, which will be next week. So thanks, you guys. Have a good night. Peace. Thank you for watching all the way through and tuning all the way into the end. Thank you for enjoying Dave's Doghouse. I hope you had a great show. Make sure you like this video and hit the notification button so you get an alert whenever I go live again or have another video and another episode. And also, last but not least, hit that share button. If you enjoyed this and you think someone else will enjoy it, share it. And also, thank you again for, tuning into this episode. And I'll see you next time. My guy, you in the doghouse.